Ah, thought the Gascon, he looks displeased. Can it be with me? He meditates. Is it about sending me to the Bastille? All very fine, my lord, but at the very first hint you give of such a thing I will strangle you, and become Frondist. I should be carried home in triumph like Monsieur Broussel, and Athos would proclaim me the French Brutus. It would be exceedingly droll." The Gascon, with his vivid imagination, had already seen the advantage to be derived from his situation. Mazarin gave, however, no order of the kind, but on the contrary began to be insinuating. "You were right," he said, "my dear Monsieur d'Artagnan, and you cannot set out yet. I beg you to return me that dispatch." D'Artagnan obeyed, and Mazarin ascertained that the seal was intact. "I shall want you this evening," he said. "Return in 2 hours." "My lord," said D'Artagnan, "I have an appointment in 2 hours which I cannot miss." "Do not be uneasy," said Mazarin, "it is the same." "Good thought, D'Artagnan, I fancied it was so. Return, then, at 5 o'clock, and bring that worthy Monsieur du Vallon with you. Only leave him in the ante-room, as I wish to speak to you alone." D'Artagnan bowed, and thought both at the same hour, both commands alike, both at the Palais Royal. Monsieur de Gondi would pay 100,000 francs for such a secret. "You are thoughtful," said Mazarin, uneasily. "Yes, I was thinking whether we ought to come armed or not." "Armed to the teeth," replied Mazarin. "Very well, my lord, it shall be so." D'Artagnan saluted, went out, and hastened to repeat to his friend Mazarin's flattering promises, which gave Porthos an indescribable happiness. Chapter Lee. The flight. When D'Artagnan returned to the Palais Royal at 5 o'clock, it presented, in spite of the excitement which reigned in the town, a spectacle of the greatest rejoicing. Nor was that surprising. The queen had restored Broussel and Blancmesnil to the people, and had therefore nothing to fear, since the people had nothing more just then to ask for. The return, also, of the conqueror of Lens was the pretext for giving a grand banquet. The princes and princesses were invited, and their carriages had crowded the court since noon. Then after dinner the queen was to have a play in her apartment. Anne of Austria had never appeared more brilliant than on that day, radiant with grace and wit. Mazarin disappeared as they rose from table. He found D'Artagnan waiting for him already at his post in the ante-room. The cardinal advanced to him with a smile, and taking him by the hand led him into his study. "My dear M. d'Artagnan," said the minister, sitting down, "I am about to give you the greatest proof of confidence that a minister can give an officer." "I hope," said D'Artagnan, bowing, "that you give it, my lord, without hesitation, and with the conviction that I am worthy of it. More worthy than any one in Paris, my dear friend. Therefore I apply to you." "We are about to leave this evening," continued Mazarin. "My dear M. d'Artagnan, the welfare of the state is deposited in your hands." He paused. "Explain yourself." "My lord, I am listening. The queen has resolved to make a little excursion with the king to Saint Germain." "Ah," said D'Artagnan, "that is to say, the queen wishes to leave Paris." "A woman's caprice, you understand." "Yes, I understand perfectly," said D'Artagnan. "It was for this she summoned you this morning, and that she told you to return at 5 o'clock. Was it worth while to wish me to swear this morning that I would mention the appointment to no one?" muttered D'Artagnan. "Oh, women, women, whether queens or not, they are always the same. Do you disapprove of this journey, my dear M. d'Artagnan?" asked Mazarin, anxiously. "I, my lord," said D'Artagnan, "why should I?" "Because you shrug your shoulders. It is a way I have of speaking to myself. I neither approve nor disapprove, my lord. I merely await your commands. Good, it is you, accordingly, that I have pitched upon to conduct the king and the queen to Saint Germain. Liar, thought D'Artagnan. You see, therefore, continued the cardinal, perceiving D'Artagnan's composure, that, as I have told you, the welfare of the state is placed in your hands. Yes, my lord, and I feel the whole responsibility of such a charge. You accept, however. I always accept. Do you think the thing possible? Everything is possible. Shall you be attacked on the road? Probably. And what will you do in that case? I shall pass through those who attack me. And suppose you cannot pass through them, so much the worse for them, I shall pass over them. And you will place the king and queen in safety also. At Saint Germain. Yes, on your life. On my life. You are a hero, my friend, said Mazarin, gazing at the musketeer with admiration.